Hey, hello, and welcome to this episode of Learn Everyday English, your roadway to English proficiency. I'm in the backyard today, and I have a honeydew that I need to do. A honeydew is something, usually it comes in the form of a list. We say there's a honeydew list that the wife gives her husband of things that she wants him to do around the house. But I have a honeydew that I have to do in the backyard. The backyard is just the area behind the house and back of the house. There's a little yard, we say. And here where I live, there are a lot of tall pine trees. And the pine trees drop a lot of pine needles. So we have to rake those up. And my wife has a pile of pine needles on the ground, and there's a pile of pine needles in a kind of a trash can. She wants me to say go over those or mow over those with the lawnmower to kind of chop them up into smaller pieces so that she can use them like as mulch in the garden. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. And just I'm testing out the DJI wireless microphone. I'm going to lower the camera. So here I have the wireless microphone. Very convenient because I don't want to be tied down to a cable. So here I'm going to show you what it is I'm going to need to do. But before I do that, there's 3 things you can do for me. Hey, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and 3, tell your friends about it so that they can benefit from these videos too, just like you. But let's chop these pine needles up in the backyard. Let's go. Okay, here's a pile of pine needles that my wife swept up, using a broom. So I need to get the lawnmower out of the shed. Let me show you. The shed is over here. We'll walk over there in a little bit and get the lawnmower out of the shed and bring it over here. This is our backyard. We got a lot of plants. Let me walk over to where this other trash can is of pine needles, but this is a plant we call a plumeria. I like this plant because it has a lot of flowers during the summer. You can see some here. We say they're very fragrant. They have a nice smell or a nice aroma. And these are kind of tropical kind of plant. But in the wintertime, we have to bring these inside or they're gonna die. I think this is a type of basil. So say my wife has a green thumb. She has a green thumb. That means a person who is very good at gardening and growing plants has a green thumb. So here's some more plants. I think that's a papaya tree there in the corner. Some other herbs. But this is the trash can here of some more pine needles. So these are called pine needles, so I'm going to have to try to chop those up. And this is called a dustpan. This thing right here, where I use with a broom to sweep up, dustpan. But this is the trash can with pine needles I need to chop up. So let's go over to the shed and get the lawnmower out. So this in front of me is the storage shed where we keep a lot of stuff. And here is a gate. I just have to open the gate onto the carport where the cars are parked. Is called the carport. So I need to open this gate here. They have some latches that I need to unlatch. And I can open the gate. And there's a latch here on the bottom. And I can just push the gate open. And here's the carport. I already opened the storage shed door. And inside the storage shed, we got a lot of stuff. But here's the riding lawnmower, we call it. And in the corner, next to the riding lawnmower. Here is the, we say the push mower, so I need to get the push mower out here and bring it to the backyard. Going inside here to get the gas can. So this is a gas can. One more. I'm going to take off the gas cap right here and just fill up the lawnmower with some gasoline. It uses unleaded gasoline. Don't have a whole lot of gas left here in the gas can, but it should be enough to do what I need to do and chop up those pine needles. So, all right, it's like we're cooking with gas, as we say in English. That means we got everything going like we need to do it. Put the cap back on and then bring this lawnmower in the backyard. So living on some land or having some property, as I push this lawnmower over here, but living on some property, we have about 0.4 acres of land, and boy, this wireless microphone really is convenient. Hopefully it's going to come out well, but living on some property, as we say, there's always something that you need to do around the house or outside the house, so this is going to get a little bit loud, so but just bear with me. I'm going to start the lawnmower. I have to put it down here. I'm going to pull this this cord, and hopefully the lawnmower is going to start. This is a John Deere is the brand of the lawnmower. Very, very good lawnmower. I think my wife's had it, I know, at least 10, 15 years. I just do the routine maintenance on it. You know, I change the oil, change the spark plug, change the fuel filter, air filter, and that's pretty much it, about once a year. And let's get this started. Started on the first pull. I'm going to chop this stuff up. So now that chopped up the pine needles into smaller pieces. This lawnmower is not really designed to do that, but hey, I don't have anything else to chop it up with, so it does the job. It does the job. Now I'm just going to kind of get the broom and sweep this stuff up into a pile. Go over there, get the red trash can with more pine needles and chop those up. All right. We got two types of brooms. This is a broom and this is a broom, but you can see they're very different. This is called a push broom because I use it, I push it like this. And I usually like to use this broom because it's wider. I can sweep a bigger area and it goes a lot faster. So I'm just going to sweep this stuff up into a pile. But this is a more traditional type of broom, which you use, you know, in this manner. It's a little slower process, but maybe you can, it's a little bit more detailed. You can get smaller spaces. But I'm going to go back into use the push broom and push this stuff over to the side. Looks like this didn't do such a good job with this stuff right here, so I'm going to have to maybe go back over that. Well, it looks like I may have to go over this stuff again because maybe some of the needles that were on the bottom didn't get chopped up real well. So let's go. I'm just sweeping this back up in a pile again so I can go over it. So I think that's good enough for government work, as we say here in the U.S. That's good enough for government work. That means that's good enough. I don't need to do anything more, spend more time on this. It's chopped up fine enough. Just use the push broom to finish just sweeping everything up in a pile. Probably going to put it back into the red garbage can, and my wife can move the can around the yard to wherever she wants to put these pine needles at. So let me sweep this up into a nice little pile. So let me go get the trash can. And the dust pan. So I'm going to put all these pine needles into this red can, trash can. But I'm going to use this is called a dust pan. Usually you use this in combination with a broom. So I can use this regular broom and sweep the needles into this dust pan. Just put everything in here. Do you have honeydew lists that you need to do? Those of you that may be married, is there a word or a phrase in your language for honeydew lists? I think honeydews are pretty common in any culture, wherever you have men and women. Like the women always have something for the men to be doing. It's like we're almost finished with this little project, this honeydew. All right, so that finished that little project of chopping up the pine needles with the push mower, using two types of brooms, the push broom and then the regular broom, along with the dustpan. So what did you think about that? Did you find that interesting? And let me know if this is same type of stuff you got to do where you live at your house. And let's see if we got some other stuff that we can show you today. I wanted to show you something over here that seems it's going to be a little problem for us. Like I said, we got a lot of these big tall pine trees, but sometimes along with pine trees become infestations, we say in English, infestations of some type of bugs, we say, or insects that can cause damage to the trees. So let me go over here and show you something. Here in front of me, there's a big, huge pine tree. I don't know how tall it is, but I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can zoom in here. But there's, we heard some crunching and munching sounds, like something was eating the pine tree, and a lot of the outer part of the tree, which is called the bark of the tree, is gone. It's like eaten up, and it looks like there were some pine beetles that were eating the tree. So we need to call a tree specialist. They're called an arborist, to come out and take a look, and we may end up having to cut this tree down. It's something that's not cheap. We had another tree cut down, smaller than this. Cost about $1,000, so to cut this tree down may be between $1,000 and $2,000. So things here in the United States are always expensive. I went ahead and zoomed in on the tree, the pine tree. But as you can see, the outer layer of the tree has a bark, we call it. But as you can see, all the bark is just gone on this tree. And inside you can see like something's been eating the tree up. So I think they were called pine beetles. A beetle's a type of insect which is just kind of, we say, decimated or destroyed this tree. So we need to call a specialist out to take a look at it and give us their opinion on what we're going to need to do. But it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Since I'm here up top, I'm going to show you, I guess, some more of my wife's garden. She has a lot of plants up here and have a garden bed and a greenhouse. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay, this is the garden here up top, we say. And here is a bed, a raised bed just made out of some concrete blocks, but inside this is a peach tree right here, a peach tree. And she has some other types of plants. I don't really know what all these plants are. Here, down here to my left, I think this is a type of, this is a pepper plant, which has small peppers on it. And a lot of the stuff that she does use that she can eat. There's a tree over here. Let me see if I can see what this is. Well, this is a type of mandarin orange, a clementine mandarin orange. But over here is the greenhouse. We had this put in about a year or two ago. Coming into the greenhouse, she's got a lot of plants. Some are in pots. These are a type of succulents, we call it, succulents, which might kind of grow in the desert. They like it a little bit warmer and not as wet. Like I said, she would have to tell you what all of these plants are. But just to give you an idea, I know this plant right here is a type of, this is a papaya. I think she's growing in a pot. This is a plumeria right here in front. Some more plumeria and some succulents. So this is a tour of the greenhouse that we have here. My wife spends a lot of time up here. It's kind of her hobby, her pastime is gardening. So she really likes to do that. I tried gardening, but tried to grow a few things, but mainly zucchini and green beans. But here there's too many pests, like insects that ate up everything. So I just stick with my other hobbies. Well, I think that'll be it for this video for today. It's just a real short video. I was going to be doing this honeydew. Wanted you to see what I need to do to get that done. So if you like the video, hey, leave some comments below for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell your friends about it. We'll be bringing you more videos like this. And thanks for watching this episode of Learn Everyday English. Hey, talk to you later. Goodbye.